If you've seen any of my videos before, you're probably familiar with some of these physical 4D puzzle designs, including the 3x3x3x3 that I built a few years ago, and the 1x3x3x3 that I built just a few months ago. And in this video, I want to show you the newly built 1x1x3x3. But what in the world are we looking at here? This doesn't look like anything at all like any of these other puzzles that all rely on magnets for their mechanisms, and this honestly doesn't really look like any other puzzles that I've ever seen before. So what's going on here? For a little bit of context, most of the different physical puzzle designs we have were made in 2022 during the construction of the 2x2x2x3 through 3x3x3x3 series. The 1x1x3x3 is no exception. On May 4th, 2022, while on a road trip, I was thinking about how to color pieces for a physical 1x1 by A by B. The problem that I ran into was there was no way to color a cube that could accurately represent the orientations needed for these pieces. Just over a week later, on May 12th, I had an idea to make it work for a 1x2x2, which involved a rotating ring through each of the pieces. I eventually rendered the designs on July 3rd, 2022, which fellow Hypercuber Rowan Fortier immediately said looks like a drone, which, well, yeah, that's fair. The next day I made a few renders showing a few ways that the design could be expanded into a 1x1x3x3. However, besides being mentioned in a couple hypercubing videos discussing physical hypercube designs, it fell into obscurity and never got any attention. It doesn't even have a page on the hypercubing wiki yet. So, with the history of the puzzle out of the way, how does the puzzle even work? If we ignore the purple cell and the opposing pink cell, the rest of the stickers work exactly like a 1x3x3 or floppy cube, which works perfectly on the physical version as well. However, we can turn these cells in two other axes. First, like this, which corresponds to manually turning 3 rings along the same side of the physical puzzle. The other turn isn't immediately accessible in the physical version, but it can be done by doing a 180-degree turn in the other 2 axes. You may be wondering what this middle stick is for. Well, it represents the stickers in the middle of the virtual projection as well, which can be moved to show a full 4D rotation of the puzzle as long as you move it with the other rings around the puzzle. And that's really it. The puzzle is fully functional. So let's scramble and solve it. So let's scramble and solve this thing. I'll start by scrambling just by doing a bunch of random moves, which I'll speed up for you guys. Like that. Okay, that should be good enough for the purposes of this video. I want to start by trying to get matching colors on the inside of the cell, which for this puzzle is the parts of the rings and the stalk that are kind of like hidden inside the pieces. And purple's on the inside for this center one, so we're going to try to get purple. We already have purple inside on this piece, and I can do one turn to get the purple on the inside for these other 2. So I'm going to start with this. So turning those 3 rings. And then from there, I can turn this around. I'll do the same kind of turn these pieces. And then I'm going to turn around here. And now we get something interesting. So we can't just do one turn because we would get these 2 pieces in, and then this kind of middle edge would still be off, which is a little weird. So I'm going to first turn that up. Yep, I'm going to first turn those pieces up. So now these ones are lined up at least. And then I think if I turn over here, and then I'm going to do kind of a 180 twist here to Get these purple ones in. Then we will be left, yes, these ones are all lined up now. So now I can do this, turn, and now we should be left with a floppy cube. So just like the regular 3D puzzle that you're used to, although it looks a little weird. So I believe we can start to solve with that. Yep, and then we're just left with a pretty simple case of flipping these last two pieces. And it is solved. So not a crazy complex puzzle by any means. And it's certainly a very strange one, but it's a design that I made a long time ago, so I thought it was worth constructing at some point, and I might as well do that now. So thank you so much for watching this whole video. Let me know what you think about this puzzle in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.